astonishing distance.
Look, he just found out. Oh, Nikolai,
let's go!
720. I keep trying to explain this. I'll get a chance later, I'm sure, but let's just lock into Nikolai.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Definitely the most veteran rider in the field with the most district ride appearances. He's competing in his 5th Red Bull district ride. He was the winner in 2017, and he's on fire so far this season, already landing on the podium 3 times in this young season. More than anybody we've ever seen in this
Look at that face.
Here we go.
He's
Cash into the whale tail. Backflip, 1, 2. Backflip, double bar spin out. Choosing to get 2 tricks out of this with a downside tail whip. A 360 X up. All together for Nikolai. And a walk 720. No. Gutted for Nikolai. Under-rotating that cork 720 and not quite managing to stick that district.
So close.
Could be devastating too, because only half of the field make it through to finals. So unless Nikolai can make it up in the next 2 districts, he might not be able to return to this dual district.
And we've seen having a flawed final jump in this district really hurting riders' scores. You think, oh, it's okay, he can have another chance, but he's got to make the cut before we'll give him another chance at the dual district.
Absolutely. So my takeaways so far from how we're seeing these runs get judged are really what happens on that hip and the spine, okay? So riders have a choice. They have to choose, do I want to do 2 tricks, or if you're Jake Atkinson, 3 tricks, or do I want to jump, make a nice big jump out of it, a 61.66, down into bottom place, unfortunately, but with a crash, you can't be surprised.
Man, it's going to be hard to come back from that in the next 2 districts and still be able to make the cut, though.
Into the final. Now, this is interesting. Nikolai Rogatkin is currently down in bottom spot with a 61.66 because he crashed in the 1st district. So the work he has to do here to find his way into the top 6 is just so important.
The game of catch-up for Nikolai Rogatkin begins now here in the 2nd district.
360 tail whip, getting some speed for a double tail whip on the cannon. Judges are going to like that. Step up. And a nice boosted 540 on that courser pipe. Huge Selly. There's work to be done. That's the 2nd of 3
in the Park District that he's been planning the whole time, but you can't help but wonder if he's like, you know what, I gotta make up for it. Let's drop a twister on this step up.
Yeah, the first twister we've seen in this district ride. Probably not the ideal jump for, you know, it's so stepped up and the speed into this is tricky, but when he wants it, he just lets it rip, doesn't he? And a twister there.
1080 rotation. He can do that trick on less than ideal trick jumps, and I don't think there's anybody else who, you know, has the ability to sprinkle that tricks in so many different circumstances.
Yeah, and that's an important factor, you know. Sometimes a big trick like a twister, but in this competition, you know, look, 2nd place in Park District, a 93.83 is a huge score, but I think it only moves him up to 12th. But looking at the scores, it's not a huge distance.
Gatkin to post a high enough score in the Big Air District to make it into the top 6. He's got some big tricks in his back pocket that nobody else does.
He'd have to score, I think, 98. But if anyone can score 98 in a Big Air District, it is this gentleman. He's brought world's first to district ride on the Big Air jump. We know he can do 1440s. We know he can unlock big tricks on a quarter pipe. He's dropping into the flat drop. With a front flip. Oh, come on, Nikolai!
Come on, Nikolai. Let's go!
Nikolai's the guy that when it really matters, he is not backing down from a task like this. So let's have a look. Front flip on the drop, which we've seen from some riders, but let's not ignore how unbelievably sick that is.
Scrub the right amount of speed.
Huge points for that, and then let's just start spinning. 1, 2,
and keep
3, and then with it being a cork spin, there's number 4.
Wow, One of those rotations being a forward axis, kind of a front flip to begin things off, and then the rest of them spinning like a top. 3 spins amidst a front flip cork rotation, totaling 1,440 degrees of rotation.
1,420, I'd say, with the way he bounced. His foot left the pedal but didn't touch the floor. The judges are good. Whether or not he makes it to the final.
We'll call that one the coffee shop, the 1,420. 1,420.
When in Rome. Right, so that tail whip looked opposite, but Nikolai kicks them the irregular way, so it was a regular for him. I mean, it's all to play for here. A front flip, a 1440.
Oh man, if he could have just landed that last jump in district number 1, he'd be cleanly sliding into the finals.
The fact that he's even fighting for a final spot here this closely with a crash in the first district shows what a talent Nikolai is.
3 podiums already this year for the most veteran rider in the field. All right, what's it gonna be?
90.
93. Oh, 1 spot out. So close. Way to go, Nikolai.
Within touching distance.
Look, he just found out. Oh, I think he thought for a second that he had it.
He may have found this unusual format.
Womp, 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 womp. No.
And if Nikolai had the chance to go again and ride all 3 districts, you just know that he'd have been fighting for that top spot.
I mean, come on. He could totally win this event.
I think it's the highest score we've seen in the entire contest, a 96.3. Yeah, go Nikolai, and it would have been the big air district too, of course, but there's our overall standings for the male category.